So let's first of all look at what it means if two shapes are similar. Two shapes are similar if they're the same shape but different sizes. Lengths in similar shapes will differ, but angles are always the same. So if we look at these two examples, the two shapes here are similar. They have the same angle there, 35 degrees, but you can see the sides in the larger triangle are twice as big as in the smaller. So those two shapes are what we would class as similar. So if we take a look at this question here, it tells us in the question that triangles ABC and XYZ are similar. And what it wants us to do is to find the angle YZX and the side AC. Now, before we can calculate anything to do with the sides of the triangle, we're going to need to know how much bigger one is than the other. But the important thing to know here is that in similar shapes, the angles are always the same. So to calculate angle YZX, it's quite simply the same as angle ACB, which you can see in the diagram is 43 degrees. So don't make the mistake of thinking if a shape is double or 3 times the size, that therefore that's what happens to the angles. Angles always stay the same in similar shapes. Let's look at the length now. They want us to work out the length AC, which is one of the lengths in the shorter triangle. Now they'll always give you a pair of sides, one from each triangle, that will show you the relationship between the two similar shapes. And in this case, it's the base on each triangle. You can see the base on the smaller triangle is 6.9 centimetres, and on the larger one, it's 13.8. And it's here we need to look for a relationship between the two. Now it's quite easy in this example to see that the larger triangle is twice as big as the smaller one. If, however, you struggle to see what the scale factor of enlargement is, you can calculate it by simply dividing the larger side that you have by its corresponding shorter side. So in this case, 13.8 divided by 6.9 would give us 2. So I know if I'm going from my smaller shape to my larger shape, everything will get twice as big. But remember, in this question, I'm going from the larger side that I have, 18.6, to its corresponding shorter side. So I won't be multiplying by 2, I will in fact be dividing by 2. So my sum to work out what that side is will be 18.6 divided by 2, which gives me an answer of 9.3 centimetres. So our rule is therefore, when we go from a smaller to a larger shape, and we know the scale factor already, we simply multiply. When we go from the larger shape to the smaller shape, we divide by that scale factor. Now this question is quite a common question to be seen on exams because it is in fact about two similar triangles, although to look at the diagram first of all you wouldn't necessarily spot that. What we have though is the larger triangle on the bottom, and the smaller similar triangle has been inverted and placed on top of the larger one. So it's all about now being able to recognise that they are in fact similar triangles, because what they want us to do here is to calculate the lengths PR and PS. They tell us the triangles are similar, and they also tell us that PQ and ST are parallel, as that also proves that they're similar triangles. So let's look at these two triangles separately then. Our base triangle, our larger one, PRQ, has a base of 4.8 and that height there of 3.9. Now I can turn that top triangle, RST, over, and it will give me. So now I have my base, ST, is 1.92, and my slant is 2.68. And now if I look at that in comparison to the larger triangle, I can now see the similarity and also calculate those lengths far easier. So let's now look for that pair of sides that are going to show us the relationship between the two triangles, how much bigger one is than the other. And it's going to come from the bases of both triangles. The base of my smaller triangle is 1.92, and in the larger one it was 4.8. Now you may not be able to see the relationship between the two straight away, so let's divide the two. 4.8 divided by 1.92, because remember the larger divided by the smaller will always tell us what that scale factor is, and it gives us 2.5. This would be a calculator question, so don't worry if you couldn't do that calculation in your head. So we now know that the larger triangle, PRQ, is 2.5 times as big as the triangle RST. Now, the lengths they want us to find are PR and RS. So PR is that line there that joins P to R, and it also corresponds to the line T to R that we have on my smaller triangle. So I'm going from smaller triangle to larger, so I'm going to multiply that length that I have by 2.5. So therefore PR is equal to 2.68 multiplied by 2.5, and that gives us an answer of 6.7 centimetres. So because I was going from the smaller to the larger, I multiplied by the scale factor. If I'm going the other way though, which I am in the next part because they want me to work out RS, remember, on my smaller triangle corresponds to that side RQ on the larger one. So I'm going from larger to smaller this time, so I'm going to divide. 3.9 divided by 2.5, and that gives me an answer of 1.56 centimetres. Now, you won't only be dealing with similarity exclusively with triangles, you will have to do it for other shapes. So let's have a look at how to see similarity in polygons. Polygons are similar if they have corresponding sides in the same proportion. So if we take a look at these two rectangles, one measures 3 by 5 and the other 7.5 by 12.5. Now these rectangles are similar because if we divide the corresponding sides, for example 12.5 divided by 5, it gives me an answer of 2.5, as does 7.5 divided by its corresponding side of 3, gives me 2.5 as well. If the corresponding sides divide to give you the same answer, the polygons are similar. Okay, so let's look at an example now where we have two polygons, they're similar, and they want us to calculate some lengths on them. So let's first of all look for that pair of lengths we have that is going to enable us to see how much bigger one is than the other. And you can see it's those slanted lines there. One measures 7.5 on the larger polygon, and the corresponding one measures 5 on the smaller one. That's the only pair we have that will enable us to work out how much bigger the larger one is. And remember how we do that? The larger side divided by the shorter, 7.5 divided by 5 gives us 1.5. So we know to get from the smaller to the larger shape, we would multiply all the sides by 1.5, and to get from the larger to the smaller shape, we divide by 1.5. So what they want us to find are the sides x and y. So let's work out side x first of all. Now x is on the larger shape and it corresponds to that top on the smaller shape of 3 centimetres. Smaller to larger, remember we multiply. So it'll be 3 times 1.5 to give us 4.5 centimetres. And now to calculate y, well y is on the smaller shape, corresponds to that length of 15 on the larger one. And remember, from larger to smaller, we divide. So y will be 15 divided by 1.5, giving us 10 centimetres. We're now going to take a look at how similarity affects area and volume, because the rules aren't exactly the same as they are for the lengths. So let's first of all look at similarity and area. In order to calculate the area of a similar shape, we use the following rule. When lengths are multiplied by a constant k, the area is multiplied by k squared. Okay, so let's look at this first question. We have two similar shapes, R and S. They give us a pair of corresponding sides, so we can work out how much bigger one is than the other. And they also tell us that the area of shape R is 35 centimetres squared. And the question asks us to work out the area of shape S. So, before we do anything else, we need to work out how much bigger shape S is than shape R. And you should be able to tell from the sides we've been given that shape S is twice as big as shape R. Remember, if you can't see that, divide the longer side we're given by its corresponding shorter side, and it tells you how many times bigger it is. Remember, the same rules don't apply when you're calculating areas of similar shapes as they do when you're calculating lengths. It's not as straightforward now as just multiplying 35 centimetres squared by 2. We do in fact have to multiply it by 2 squared, because our rule said if we multiply by a constant k, the area will get multiplied by k squared. So, in order to work out the area of shape S, it's 2 squared, the constant we've multiplied by squared, multiplied by what the area of R was. 2 squared, you all know, is 4, multiplied by 35 gives us a final area for S of 140 centimetres squared. Here's another example on area and similarity, but in this question they've actually given us both of the areas already, and they want us to calculate what one of the lengths of the similar shapes is. So let's take a look at the question. It tells us that the cylinders A and B are similar. It says that the surface area of shape A is 50 centimetres squared, and the surface area of shape B is 98 centimetres squared. And what it wants us to do is to find the height of cylinder B. So essentially this is working backwards from the way we've just worked in the previous question. They tell us the two areas, and what we need to do now is to work backwards to find out what that scale factor is. We can work out what the scale factor squared is by simply dividing the two areas. So if we divide 98 by 50, it gives us 1.96. Now think about what that value means. That is this constant that we multiply by squared. So if I want to know what that constant is, I need to do the reverse to it, which is the square root of 1.96, which gives me an answer of 1.4. So by working backwards from knowing that relationship between the areas of similar shapes, I've managed to work out that cylinder B is 1.4 times bigger than cylinder A. And now to work out the height of B, all I need to do is 12 multiplied by 1.4, and it tells me that the height of cylinder B is 16.8 centimetres.